Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Ruchak, I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the Akim and to the elect that are scattered across the four corners of the earth to push in this truth and faith and sincerity. All right, man, today, I just want to get into this hell doctrine, all right, because you got a lot of people, around the earth, around the world, that believe in this thing. I myself, when I was younger, before I came to the truth, I believed in that hell doctrine also, and it used to put fear in me. All right, it had me thinking that I had to be up in the church every day, always trying to, read the scriptures, even though I didn't even understand the scriptures. All right, basically having me in fear, thinking that if I didn't be perfect, according to what the Christians taught, I was gonna burn forever. All right, that's not true. All right, that shit is wicked. All right. Hell is not a real place that you go to and burn forever. All right, the scriptures tell you that Yahweh, which that's the true name of the Heavenly Father, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shah. But Yahweh, he is merciful. That don't sound like mercy going to burn forever. All right, that's not true. That was just something that was created, all right, by the Roman Catholic Church, just to put fear in the congregation. All right. When you hear that, that if you don't do right by, their definition of being right, all right, you gonna try to, do what they say, basically. So you won't end up in this fictitious place of burning forever, all right? And you got Satan with the pitchfork and the horns. All that shit is false, So, I ain't gonna talk all day, man. I'm just gonna, grab a couple scriptures, proving that the hell doctrine is madness, man. It's not true. It's not real. All right, now this is going into the Lord Yahweh Shah, all right, which we know as the Messiah, all right, or which the world know as Jesus Christ. All right. Now we know that the Lord was perfect when he was on the earth, that he kept all the laws, statutes, commandments, He didn't go off. So, I'm going to get Acts, the 2nd chapter. I just started the 29th verse. It says, "Men and brethren, let me freely speak unto you of the patriarch David, that he is both dead and buried, and his sepulchre is with us unto this day. Therefore, being a prophet, and knowing that the Most High has sworn with an oath to him, that of the fruit of his loins, according to the flesh, he will raise up Yahweh Shah to sit on his throne. He's saying this, like you before, spake of the resurrection of Yahweh Shah. That is, that his soul was not left in hell, neither his flesh did see corruption." All right, now a question for you Christians and anybody that believe in this hell doctrine. Did the Lord, all right, whom you eagerly know as Jesus Christ, all right, did he go to hell? Because the scripture just said that his soul wasn't left in hell. Did he go to hell? All right, this place where you burn forever. No. Because if you read in the scriptures, the Lord kept the law, statutes, commandments perfectly. Bro, what the hell is that, bro? This is the Son of the Most High. And you think that the Most High will send his Son to hell if that was even a place? Come on now, like, that shows you that you people don't have no understanding in the scriptures. All right? Because why would the Messiah have to go to hell if he was perfect? That don't make sense, all right? And that was just one point. Another point is in 1 Samuel. All right. Select it. 1 Samuel, the 28th chapter. It's kind of lengthy, so I just started the 7th verse. Basically, Samuel had died, and Saul went to a witch, all right, to try to raise up Samuel because the Most High wasn't really dealing with Saul anymore. He took the spirit away from him, all right, and he wasn't giving Saul the answers that he wanted at all. He wasn't answering them at all. You know, he was praying to him. You know, he went to the prophets trying to seek answers. You know, and the Most High just wouldn't give him nothing. So he tried to raise up Samuel. All right, Samuel was dead. All right, Samuel, which was a righteous man, he was dead. And you know, he went to this witch. All right, in Endor. But I'll get into it. This is 1 Samuel 28:7. Then said Saul unto his servant, seek me a woman that had the familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said to him, behold, there is a woman that had the familiar spirit at Endor. And you know, the law tell you, you know, basically don't get into all that familiar spirits and shit like that. Basically all that witchcraft. All right, and Saul was doing it, which will make him a wicked man. All right, just remember that. And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiment, and he went, and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me the familiar spirit, and bring him up, whom I shall name unto thee. And the woman said unto him, behold, thou knowest what Saul had done, how he had cut off those that have familiar spirits and wizards of the land, wherefore thou layest a snare for my life to cause me to die. Yeah, so basically Saul, he kicked out those witches out of the land. All right, those that have familiar spirits. That's basically what she's saying that he did. All right. And now he going to inquire of one, and she like, man, you ain't hear what Saul did. You know, you trying to get me killed. And it says, at verse 10, Saul swore to her by Yahweh, saying, as Yahweh liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. All right, you supposed to put somebody to death that's doing that. All right, Scripture say something out of which to live. You know, it says, then said the woman, whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, bring me up Samuel. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried out with a loud voice. And the woman spake to Saul, saying, why hast thou deceived me? For thou art Saul. And the king said to her, be not afraid, for what sawest thou? And the woman said unto Saul, I saw gods ascending out of the earth. All right, so basically she tapped into the spiritual world. All right, she seen the spiritual world. It says, and he said unto her, what form is he of? And she said, an old man cometh up, and he is covered with a mantle. And Saul perceived that it was Samuel, and he stooped with his face to the ground and bowed himself. And Samuel said to Saul, why hast thou disquieted me? All right, so he got the witch to bring up Saul. All right, and he said, why hast thou disquieted me? Showing that Saul was at rest in the spiritual world. All right, he had rest. He said, why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and the Most High has departed from me, and answered me no more, neither by prophets nor by dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I shall do. Then said Samuel, wherefore then doest thou ask of me, saying that Yahweh is departed from thee, and has become thy enemy? Yeah, like, bro, you see that the Most High departed from you. You know, the Most High ain't dealing with you. He can't answer. What makes you think that I can give you an answer? All right, what makes you think I'm going to be with you if Yahweh is not with you? And it says that, and then says, Samuel, wherefore then doest thou ask of me, saying that Yahweh is departed from thee, and has become thine enemy? All right, it says, and Yahweh had done to him as he spake by me. For Yahweh had rent the kingdom out of thine hand, and had given it to thy neighbor, even to David. Because thou obeyedest not the voice of Yahweh, nor executed his fierce wrath upon Amalek. Therefore had Yahweh done this thing unto thee this day. All right, so Saul was basically, he was rebelling against the Most High. All right, because he didn't listen to him. He told him to put the, I think his name was Agag, I believe. All right. He didn't put him to death. When the Most High told him to put him to death. You know, basically, he didn't follow it. So it makes him wicked. All right. And verse 19, moreover, Yahweh will also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistines. And tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me. Yahweh shall also deliver the host of Israel to the hand of the Philistines. So Samuel said, tomorrow, you and your son, y'all gonna be with me. All right, and Samuel just said that, why hast thou disquieted me? Samuel was a righteous man. So, and Saul was wicked. So how the hell is Saul and Samuel go be in the same place? That don't make no sense. Showing you that, bro, that hell doctrine shit, really, that shit is out the window, bro. That shit is not real. Alright, so people need to stop teaching that shit, because it's not true. Alright, they can't, if you show them in the scriptures, if you show any of these scriptures or any of these people that believe in that hell doctrine, if you go into these scriptures talking about, you know, the certain scriptures that I grabbed, you know, they can't explain that. This is Job 3. And 11 says, why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? So Job was wishing that he was dead, all right, that he died when he was born. All right. It says, why did the knee prevent me, or why the breast that I should suck? For now I should have lying still and been quiet. I should have slept, then I had been at rest. All right. The same rest that we was talking about. The same rest that Samuel said that he had. It says, with kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as in hidden untimely births I had not been, as infants which never saw light. All right, so basically he was wishing that his mother would have had a miscarriage or something, or that he was stillborn. All right, so basically he was wishing that he would have died and went to the spiritual realm. All right, he's finna explain to you who is in the spiritual realm. All right, who has this rest? It says, there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. So the place that he said that he's going to go into, you know, Job was a righteous man. All right, so the place that he said that he's going to go into if he died, he said there the wicked is there, all right, and the weary is there, all right. So the righteous and the wicked are in this place. How is that so? If hell actually exists, if that is true, how is the righteous and the wicked ending up in the same place when they die? It's showing you that that shit is false. All right, you know. Yeah, it says, and there the weary be at rest. All right, that rest that's talking about the spiritual realm when you die. All right, that's that rest. All right, you know, Paul called it paradise. You know, any Yahushua called it paradise. All right, Paul said he couldn't even, you know, put it in words. All right, said it wasn't even lawful for him to utter. All right, he couldn't even describe it. You know, and that's where everybody go when they die. They go to the spiritual realm. All right, now we get that too. This is Ecclesiastes 3:20. All go unto one place, all of the dust, and all turn to the dust again. So this is all going to one place. All right, everybody go to one place when they die. All right, everybody go back unto the Most High. You know, and it says that all of the dust and all turn to dust again. What is that dust talking about? Genesis 2:7. And Yahweh power formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed in his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So the Most High created man. All right, he created, man, you know, man and woman, all right, from the dust of the ground. All right, so when it's talking about that dust, that's talking about us, because we was created from dust, and we're going to turn back into dust again when we die. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 12:7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, all right, when we perish, all right, when we die. And the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. All right, the spirit, your spirit that's within you, all right, gonna go back into the Most High, but your body is gonna basically decompose in the earth and turn back into the dust. All right, but your spirit is gonna go back into the Most High. All right, he don't say nothing about you going to hell or none of that. All right, the spirit always gonna go back to the Most High. You know. And last scripture, all right, proving that, you know, hell is also a condition. You know, this is Jonah 2:1. It says, basically, Jonah, all right, the Most High came to him and told him to prophesy to Nineveh. All right, but Jonah, he didn't want to do it, so he had to learn the hard way. All right, so the Most High got a big ass fish, all right, to swallow him up because he didn't want to listen. It says Jonah 2 and 1. It says, and Jonah prayed unto Yahweh his power out of the fish's belly, and said, I cried by reason of mine affliction, and unto Yahweh, and he heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried I, and thou heardest my voice. He said, out of the belly of hell. Now you go back to verse 1. It says that, it said, out of the fish's belly that Jonah prayed unto Yahweh. All right, then he said, out of the belly of hell. I say he cried by reason of his affliction. So he's being afflicted inside of the fish's belly, and he called it hell. All right, just like you out here, people might say, oh, I'm going through hell. Oh, I'm at work catching hell. You know, supervisor giving me all this, you know, trouble. You know, he all up in my ear telling me I ain't doing this, doing that. You know, you on child support or whatever, you paying these bills. You ain't got enough money. You don't know if you gonna make it to the next day. That's hell. All right, that's what that's talking about. All right, and basically with Salakia, I should have started off with this. All right, basically, hell, when you look into those words in the Hebrew, it's Sha'al. All right, and you go into the Greek, it's Hades. All right, which they basically mean the same thing. It means the grave or death. All right, that's all it means. All right, just means the grave or death. That's it. All right, and you know, with that was really the lesson. You know, so I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Chakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akim, to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth through faith and sincerity. Shalom.